Hey, welcome. You ever just look around and wonder, how does some people seem to get ahead financially, almost like it's easy, while so many others are just stuck, spinning their wheels? It's a question that, I think we've all asked ourselves at some point. Today, we're going to get right into the heart of that, starting with the one question that really gets the ball rolling.
Right? This is the big one. We see it everywhere. So what is it? Is it about who you know? Is it where you went to school? Or is it just random luck? Well, what we're looking at today suggests that the real answer is something way deeper and honestly, a lot more in our control than you might think.
And there it is. The whole game apparently starts and ends right between your ears. It's all about these core beliefs we have, these automatic ways of thinking that guide every single choice we make, especially when it comes to money.
So let's dive into that. We're going to start with those foundational beliefs, because this is where we see two totally different worldviews that lead to two totally different outcomes.
Okay, so this one is all about control. With the poverty mindset, life is something that just happens to you. You blame bad luck, you blame the economy, you blame where you were born, it's all external. But the wealth mindset, that's a complete flip. It comes from a place of, nope, my life is up to me, my choices create my results, I'm in the driver's seat.
And this quote just says it all, doesn't it? It perfectly captures that feeling of being powerless. If you truly believe it's all just fate, well, why would you even try? This single idea can keep a person completely stuck. Because hey, if it's not your fault, it's also not your responsibility to fix it.
This is a huge one. Think about it. If you subconsciously believe that all rich people are greedy or evil, why on earth would you ever want to become one? You'd literally be fighting against yourself every step of the way. The wealth mindset completely turns that around. It asks, okay, what did they do to get there? What can I learn from them? How can I use their success as a blueprint for my own?
So, let's see how these beliefs trickle down into our actual day-to-day habits. Because what you believe in your head directly impacts how you handle the money in your pocket.
Oof, this is a powerful question to ask yourself, isn't it? And there is a massive, massive difference between the two. One is about actually building a solid financial base, and the other is just about building a flashy storefront with nothing behind it.
The poverty mindset is often about spending money you don't really have on things you don't really need, all to impress people you probably don't even like that much. It's all for show. But so many truly wealthy people, they live incredibly simple lives. They're not trying to impress anyone. They spend their money on things that have real value, not just a fancy logo.
Okay, the key here is all about timing. With a poverty mindset, that paycheck is already mentally spent before it even shows up in your bank account, right? But the wealth mindset has a really simple but powerful rule. You earn first, then you decide where it goes. A chunk for bills, a chunk for savings, and, this is the important part, a chunk for investing. It's a plan, not a panic.
And this visual right here, it just says everything. On the one side, you have everything depending on one single thing, your job. That's like a house of cards. One little gust of wind, and the whole thing comes crashing down. But on the other side, with the wealth mindset, it's about building all these different streams of income. So if one slows down, you've got others to keep you going. That's how you build real security.
Look, saving is great, but where you save it makes all the difference. If your money is just sitting in a box or a savings account that pays practically nothing, it's actually losing power every single day because of inflation. Investing is different. Investing is about putting your money to work. You're turning your money into a little army of employees that goes out and earns more money for you. That is the goal.
Okay, so we've talked beliefs, we've talked money habits, but there's a third piece of this puzzle, and it's absolutely critical. It's all about how you approach growing as a person.
I love this analogy of a value ladder. The basic job is the same, right? Moving stuff from A to B. But look at the progression. As you add more skills and increase the scale, the value you provide goes up, and so does your income. Going from pushing a cart to driving a huge truck requires a new skill, and then building an entire air freight business, that's a whole new level of thinking. It's all about constantly leveling up your value. So the poverty mindset is like a locked room. Your ego tells you, I know it all, and that just shuts the door to any new information. And then jealousy makes you see successful people as your enemies. The wealth mindset, on the other hand, is an open door. It's about being humble, being curious, and seeing every successful person not as a rival, but as a potential teacher.
This really boils down to one thing. Are you playing the short game or the long game? The short game is all about the transaction. How can I just get their money right now? But the long game, the wealth mindset, is about value.
How can I genuinely solve this person's problem in the best way possible? The biggest and best businesses are built by people who are obsessed with solving problems, not just making a sale.
So when you look at all this side by side, it becomes pretty clear, right? This isn't really about luck or fate. It's about choices. It's about 1,000 tiny decisions you make every single day that add up over time. It's about which path you choose to walk.
And here it is. This is basically the playbook. It's your checklist for building a wealth mindset. It all starts with taking full responsibility. Then you shift your view of money to see it as a tool. Then come the actions. Build those income streams. Invest your money so it grows. Never, ever stop learning. And always focus on how you can help others. It's a powerful roadmap.
And that's really what this all comes down to. This isn't just interesting information, it's a challenge. You don't have to change your entire life overnight. But looking at this, what is the one, just one, small thing you can start doing differently today to put yourself on a new path? Thanks so much for tuning in.